Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. The mum of 5 told fans how the 22-year-old's life is at risk because of his size. As she gave an update on his ongoing fight, the TV personality's eldest child has Prader-Willi syndrome, which sparks a constant desire to eat food and a permanent feeling of hunger which leads to obesity. In a new video today, Katie revealed, "I'm so heartbroken and gutted that his weight is just going up. I just googled it in stones, 188 kilograms is just a few kg of being 30 stone. It's so life-threatening now. I'm still waiting for the doctors to get back to me starting on the Manjaro and his journey to a healthy life." She continued, "It's so sad his quality of life at the moment where he's so big, he just can't really do much. It's just another thing I have to deal with because he's at high risk of having a heart attack. He struggles to put his trainers or struggles to walk anywhere, but I love him and I'm going to help him through this. So sad, obesity and his condition is sad. It's sad to see someone go through it and he doesn't understand." In February, Katie told The Sun she consulted top doctors who suggested starting Harvey on the jabs in a bid to improve his chances of living longer. Harvey battles a series of debilitating conditions including autism, septo-optic dysplasia, ADHD, and oppositional defiant disorder. He is still treated at London's Great Ormond Street Hospital for Children even though he's an adult. At the time, she told us, "The good thing about starting him on the drug is, if it has any effect, you can stop it because you do it weekly. We've tried food, he's had dietitians, it's just the way he is and he's on a lot of medication which the drug won't affect. They want to try him on it for at least 1 or 2 years, which is a long time, but they'll control what level he needs then up it as they assess it." In a world that often judges before it understands, Katie Price has always stood unshakably in defense of her son, Harvey. Her latest revelation, however, has left her reeling. Harvey's weight has now reached nearly 30 stone, and with it, the emotional burden she carries as a mother deepens. At 22 years old, Harvey is more than a public figure, he's a symbol of resilience. Born with septo-optic dysplasia, Prader-Willi syndrome, autism, and other complex needs, Harvey has spent his life defying odds. And Katie, often a headline herself, has spent every moment fighting for him, protecting him, loving him loudly and without apology. But now, the scale shows a different battle. Nearly 30 stone. A number that isn't just heavy in mass, but heavy in meaning. "It breaks my heart," Katie confesses in a quiet moment, her voice fragile, not like the bold tabloid star the world knows, but like a mum who just wants her son to be okay. "He's so beautiful, so full of life, but this is dangerous." She's not being dramatic. Prader-Willi syndrome is a cruel condition. It causes constant hunger, often leading to chronic overeating and life-threatening obesity. For someone like Harvey, who cannot fully understand the consequences of his cravings, every meal becomes a battlefield. And for Katie, every day becomes a tightrope walk between love and limits. A life in the spotlight. Katie never asked for her son's health to become a public spectacle. But from the moment Harvey was born, the world watched. Sometimes with compassion. Often with cruelty. She still remembers the cruel taunts, the online bullies who targeted Harvey for his size, his sound, his differences. She remembers the rage that surged through her, the mother lion instincts that propelled her to Parliament to campaign for Harvey's law, legislation aimed at punishing online abuse. That battle continues. But today, the fight isn't online. It's in the fridge. It's in the silence after a doctor's appointment. It's in the quiet understanding that things need to change, and fast. Food, comfort, and conflict. For Harvey, food has always meant comfort. Routines are everything to him, and meals punctuate his day with predictable joy. A sausage roll isn't just a snack, it's a hug, a familiar rhythm in a world that often feels confusing. But food is also the enemy. Every biscuit, every sugary drink, every unmonitored trip to the kitchen edges him closer to diabetes, to joint damage, to heart strain. Katie knows this. And it terrifies her. "It's like watching a ticking time bomb," she says, eyes glistening. They've tried everything, specialized diets, therapy, exercise programs. At one point, Harvey was enrolled in a residential college where the structured environment helped him lose weight. But since returning home, progress has stalled. And the numbers have climbed. Routine is so important to him, she explains. If one little thing changes, if I'm filming or the school schedule shifts, it can throw everything off. And then he clings to food like an anchor. A mother's guilt. Katie is no stranger to public judgment. But nothing stings like the quiet voice inside her own head. Am I doing enough? Did I let this happen? Is he safe? She watches Harvey wheeze when he climbs stairs and notices how he avoids looking in mirrors now. He doesn't say it, but she knows, he feels it too. The weight. And then, there are the nights. The nights when he wakes up hungry, pacing, searching for food. The locks on the cupboards are meant to protect him, not punish him. But he doesn't understand. And sometimes he cries. And sometimes, so does she. The doctor's office. It was the routine checkup that dropped the number, 29 stone, 12 pounds. Almost 30. Katie didn't cry in the office. She nodded, listened, made promises. But in the car, parked outside in the cold, she stared at the steering wheel and let the weight of it all crush her. The guilt. The fear. The urgency. The doctor had been kind, but firm. At this weight, Harvey's organs are under strain. His breathing is labored. The word emergency floated like smoke in the room, soft but impossible to ignore. I don't want to scare you, Katie, the doctor said, but we're reaching a critical point. She nodded again. But she was already scared. A turning point. That night, back at home, she sat down with Harvey. Just the two of them. She brought out photos, baby Harvey in her arms, chubby toddler Harvey smiling at the camera, proud Harvey holding his keyboard, the instrument he loves more than anything. She showed him the photos and smiled. That's my boy, she said. So strong. So smart. He beamed. He always does when she praises him. Then she held his hand. We need to help your body feel better, okay? We need to eat different food and move more. So you can play your keyboard longer. So you can go swimming again. So you can feel good. He nodded. She didn't know how much he understood. But she hoped the tone, the love, carried more weight than the words. The plan. They started small. Swapped the sausage rolls for protein wraps. Added daily walks, just 5 minutes to start. Brought in a therapist who specialized in Prader-Willi and built a visual meal schedule for the day. Made a food chart. Started tracking small victories, not just weight. They celebrated non-scale wins, Harvey walking to the end of the drive without stopping. Harvey choosing water over fizzy drinks. Harvey dancing in the kitchen to his favorite song. Katie made it a family mission. Her other kids got involved. They all became Team Harvey. Because this wasn't just about weight. It was about hope. About health. About time. Still fighting. Progress is slow. Sometimes the scale doesn't budge. Sometimes Harvey sneaks food, and Katie finds wrappers under his pillow. But she doesn't yell. She sits with him. Talks it through. Starts again.